Hey guys, welcome on Tooling with Newman. What do I got here? So I've just recently purchased the Klein Tools, the flickable folding utility knife. So I figured I would put that against its predecessor, the Milwaukee Fastback 6-in-1 folding utility, which they're both pretty much the same thing. Each one does a little differences, and we'll go over that. So I figured I would put them together, and that way you guys could choose which one you want to get. All right, so first I have the Milwaukee. This is the Fastback 6-in-1 folding utility knife. This is part number 48221505. And in Milwaukee's corner, he's got a couple of power tools and some things here. And this is the Klein Tool Flickable Folding Utility Knife with impact driver. This is part number 44304. Let me get that a bit closer if you want to see it. 44304. And in Klein Tool's corner, he's got some tools and some friends with him too. So let's get into it and talk about the features of each one and go back and forth. So let's get the Klein tool out of the packet so we can look head to head. So straight away, looking straight at them, they're pretty much the same exact length there, if you could see. Maybe the Klein tool has the edge, maybe he's a little bit longer, but they pretty much look exactly the same. They feel exactly the same. All right, so the Milwaukee guy. So this guy, it has the arm that comes out, and it locks at 90 degrees, and it also locks at 180 degrees. But actually, I wouldn't say that locks at 90 because it just kind of stops there. You see that? So I wouldn't. It can sort of lock there if you need to do it on that angle. However, it's not an actual lock. It actually locks out there at 180, and then there's a clip here where you push it, and it locks back in. So I wouldn't exactly say that's a lock, but it does stop at that 90-degree mark. And the Klein tool, the arm comes out and it stops there also. Not as much as a good a lock as the Milwaukee's, but it does stop there. And then it rotates all the way out, and then that guy locks at 180 degrees. That way, if you're doing it, it's not going to bend in on yourself. And it has a little clip here to where you push the little clip and it closes over. So both pretty much the same there. I'll probably give the edge to Milwaukee there because Milwaukee's lock actually locks a bit better than the Klein tool, but pretty close to being even there. Moving on to the bits. Okay, the Milwaukee has a pin dent here. If you see the pin dent, that's what holds the bit in place. And the Milwaukee has a flat and a Phillips on its bit, and it's pin dented in, so you could use each one, which is pretty cool. The Klein tool, this is where this one stands a little bit ahead for me because it has the removable impact rated 1/4-inch chuck that you could put in pretty much any impact. If you have an impact, you have your everyday carry blade, but you also have a 1/4-inch impact driver that when you're ready to go, that's pretty cool. That's pretty smart of them. And it has a pretty good magnet in there. As you see, whenever you put the bit in, you could hear it grab it. So I don't think you're at any risk of that falling out. And this is also magnetized in here. If you could see inside of there, the magnet, that guy is also magnetized. So for that portion, I definitely give the edge to Klein tool, just because of the fact that it's a removable impact rated bit. So that bit goes to Klein tool. Moving on to the inside. So Milwaukee actually have a blade storage inside of there. If you see it there, I have a blade in there, so you can carry your spare blade inside of there, which is handy. So you have two blades with you at all times. Klein tool, however, does not have the blade storage. So for that edge, I give the edge to Milwaukee because it has the extra blade storage. All right, the Klein tool and the Milwaukee both have the hooks there to where you can hang it. If you're working at heights and you want to tether it or something, they both have that hole there, pretty standard there. I won't give an edge to either one of them. They both look pretty good. Although Milwaukee's is of the metal kind. You know, I don't know if this is just plastic on the inside, so maybe I'll give the edge to Milwaukee there. I'll give the edge to Milwaukee on that one. All right, moving on. So here we've got the wire cutter there. They both look pretty much the same. Both look good. I'll make that one a tie. I won't give that one to either one of them. You could see it. Onto your blade removal. So they both have a button here to where you remove your blade. So let's give it a try. We'll try Milwaukee's first. Push the button in, pull it out. That's pretty easy. It comes out pretty easy. Goes back in pretty easy, locks into place. The Klein tool. Push the button, remove it, and it goes back in pretty. I tell you what, I think I'm giving the edge to Klein tool there. I don't know whether maybe it's because it's the Klein tool is brand new. I haven't broken it in yet, but the Klein tool one, it just comes out a lot easier, and it locks back in a whole lot smoother. I give the edge to Klein tool there. All right, moving on. So what about the button and flip assist? So that one, I didn't put that one in right. So Klein tool, let's feel how it flips out. Flips out pretty good. Locked out into position. The Milwaukee Fastback, let's feel it. Push the button. Ooh, there. That was probably my fault. Let's try it again. All right, it's locked. Flip it out. Locked into position, good. Let's try the Klein tool again. Yeah, that's hard to tell, man. They're both pretty. The only thing I would say is the Milwaukee blade, when it comes out, if you pull it out, there's no lock in position until you're at 180 degrees there. That's the only lock in position. The Klein tool, when you come out, there's a lock in position there, which I think is at 130 degrees, I think I read somewhere. And it also has the locking at 180. So as far as the actual blade coming out of its housing, I guess you would say, I'll give the edge to a Klein tool because it has that extra lock in position for, you know, whatever need you have. It could be for that, which it could be convenient. But the only thing about that is, whenever I've noticed that whenever you put it out, sometimes it has a tendency to lock in that position, like so. Whether good or bad, that's what it does. Whereas the Milwaukee's, that's not going to happen. It's going to come out and then stay out. So I mean, it's hard to tell. They both come out pretty easy, but I'm going to give the edge to Klein tool there because it does have that extra locking position. All right, the Milwaukee, it has a bottle opener, which is right here. That is a bottle opener, which you probably shouldn't be drinking on the job, but however, it is handy to have a bottle opener. The Klein tool does not. So that edge goes to Milwaukee. The handle, about that hand feeling in your hand. This Milwaukee Fastback definitely feels pretty ergonomical. Feels nice in your hand. You've got the little indent there for your finger. Definitely feels good. I'm right-handed, so it feels good in my right hand. The Klein tools. Let's feel the Klein tools. Klein tools feels good. The big difference is if you look at the U there, the Milwaukee basically has two channels here for your fingers, whereas the Klein tool has just one big channel, which I don't know. I kind of like the two channels because it keeps my fingers separated and it feels a bit more comfortable. Yeah, I think I'm going with the Milwaukee on that one because of the handle and the grip in the hand. I go with Milwaukee just because of them two channels. I feel like that feels a lot better. So that's the edge is Milwaukee. All right, what about the clips? So here goes your Klein tool clip, which is a pretty decent clip. It looks way better than the Milwaukee's. You know, Milwaukee has its standard clip there. It's pretty tight. I mean, that ain't gonna come off. It has the knot there to hold it on your pants, whereas the Klein tool does not. So this is probably gonna be secured on you a bit better. and the Klein Tools not. But the Klein Tools looks a bit more snazzy, and it's a bit more better looking. But I'm gonna have to go with the Milwaukee there, just because it has that nut that will lock it in on your pants or wherever you clip it on your pouch, whatever you're clipping it on. So I'll give that one to Milwaukee. All right. So without further ado, I will crown a champion in the competition between the Klein Tools part number 44304, the flickable folding impact utility blade, against the Milwaukee Fastback 6-in-1 folding utility knife part number 48221505. The champion is Milwaukee. I'll give Milwaukee the slight edge there. I do think the Klein tool is amazing and it's awesome and it's really, really good. Me personally, I just like the Milwaukee one better. But that's mine. I've given you guys all the points that I could see, so you could choose which I would walk forward and have an everyday carry with either one of these. They're both awesome. They're both real good. But just my own personal preference, I would go with the Milwaukee if I had a choice. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Tooling with Newman. This guy is on sale right now at Lowe's.com. 50% off. Check it out, guys.